If your best friend handed you a drink that contained just a drop or two of poison, would you drink it? Well, a healthy person wouldn't. That would be crazy. Let me ask you another question. Does viewing porn enhance your marriage? Leave a comment below. Actress Jennifer Lawrence, in an interview with Vanity Fair, defended sending nude photos or sexting. Either your boyfriend is going to look at porn or he's going to be looking at you. Wow. Does a successful female actor believe this is her only option? Well, unfortunately for Lawrence, those pictures got hacked and distributed on the internet. That's horrible. But what concerns me is her attitude that sexting to prevent your boyfriend or husband from looking at porn is acceptable. Well, how prevalent do you think this belief is? Let me show you some statistics about real talk about porn. About 200,000 Americans are addicted to porn, which means they spend 11 or more hours online looking at porn. 70% of porn internet traffic occurs during a typical workday. 25% of daily internet searches are for porn. Did you know that every 30 minutes there's a new porn film made? 12% of all internet sites are pornographic. Now here's one that might blow your mind. The porn industry revenue is greater than the combined revenue of Microsoft, Google, Amazon, eBay, Yahoo, Apple, Netflix, and Earthlink combined. Now this one breaks my heart. Marriage infidelity rates increase more than 300% with porn use. Yet every one of these statistics proves true when I coach women whose husbands are addicted to porn. The concept that porn enhances marriage is prevalent and widely held in our culture, and it's a lie. J.T. Warsack, in his article, Pornography's Three Big Lies, says, it's true that most men, and that includes Christian men, are tempted to look at pornography when it's literally one click away. Yet to say that men need or must pursue porn to function in life is just a flat-out lie. He goes on to explain, while some couples may experience greater sexual satisfaction when involving pornography within their marriage, over time, it will kill their marriage. Porn will devastate true intimacy. There's no shade of gray when it comes to porn. Sadly, couples that turn to pornography for greater intimacy within their marriage are doing just the opposite. While porn may give us a temporary sexual high, it always damages our most intimate relationships with God, our spouses, and our children. At the root of pornography addiction, the addict gives up intimacy with another human being merely to experience the sexual high. The thrill of secrecy, multiple partners, and quick fixes causes the addict to give up the real purpose of sex, which is intimate, vulnerable communication with your spouse. I believe Warsack is right. If the addiction continues, eventually the addict can no longer perform in a normal, healthy sexual relationship. Well, actor Terry Crews was addicted to porn. In an interview with Dr. Phil McGraw, Terry explained that successful men get this idea that they're above it all. Because of their fame or status, they get a free pass to behave as they want. It's all about them. But that's a lie. And Crews discovered this when he confessed his addiction to his wife, and she gave him an ultimatum. He realized that he had to give up his porn addiction to save himself, better himself, and to save his marriage. Hopefully, it was no guarantee. Terry is grateful that his wife did not look the other way, because their marriage is stronger today because they tell the truth and extend mutual respect. They didn't allow pornography to destroy their marriage and their family. Well, there are 3 ways that pornography addiction kills your marriage. First of all, porn dehumanizes the sexual experience. As Warsack explained above, pornography removes intimacy from sexual experience, but that's not how God designed sex. And yes, God did create it. What do you think be fruitful and fill the earth meant? Sex is the highest expression of human intimacy, which is why pornography damages it. With pornography, it's all about the person and your own desires, whereas actual sex involves a face-to-face experience with another person. And when that face-to-face encounter is compromised or abused through rape, incest, pornography, or any other form of sexual abuse, the emotional, mental, and physical damage intensely affects the victim. Why do you think the enemy of our souls goes to great lengths to pawn off the lie that pornography enhances a marriage. The second thing is that porn breaks the marriage covenant. When my husband and I went through our intensive counseling, our counselor wisely categorized pornography viewing and addiction as adultery. Well, what is adultery? Well, it's having sex with a person who's not your spouse. Pornography brings another person into your marriage relationship. Now, an excuse addicts often hide behind is that they haven't physically had sex with anyone else, so they're not hurting anybody. But that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says if you look at another person with lust, you've committed adultery. Those are strong words. So you know those smutty books, sexual scenes in a movie, lingering glances at that handsome man or woman? Those are lustful looks. It's a high standard to uphold, and let's be honest, we've all missed the mark on this one. But intentional pornography usage breaks your marriage vows every single time. Pornography devalues your spouse. When you choose pornography over intimacy with your spouse, you're telling them they have no value. This result was the first thing I could articulate to my husband upon learning about his porn addiction. You know, he never took the addiction to the next level, and I'm grateful, yet it felt like he did. Our counselor validated this feeling during our recovery when he told Dave, "It's as if you had a physical affair." For men who can genuinely compartmentalize their lives, this is a difficult concept for women to grasp, but it's true. However, as a woman, I felt violated to the core of my being. I felt stripped bare, worthless, and thrown away. Well, what can you do if you find yourself caught in the lie that pornography enhances marriage? First of all, don't hide it any longer. If you keep quiet about your addiction, your desire to self-protect harms your marriage. Healing only comes by telling the truth about what's going on. Secondly, if you suspect your spouse is using pornography in any form at any time, confront him. If you feel unable or unsure about how to do that, reach out to an expert first, but trust your gut and stop this cancer from slowly destroying your marriage as soon as you're able. Third, take heart in this truth. It is not fatal. Uncovering this dark yet increasingly common addiction is not fatal. This truth was one of the first things I recall hearing after this horrific bombshell landed in my life. And you know, my friends were right. That comment changed my opinion about whether or not my marriage would survive. Next, get help as soon as possible. Don't wait. Recovery is possible. I know, I live it out every day, but it's not easy, and you can do it. So start tomorrow by courageously speaking the truth. Trust your gut and speak the truth out loud and talk to God about it. He loves you and He's going to sustain you. You know, the lie you and I believe is that telling the truth will destroy us. But the truth is that when we do speak about it, it will overcome the lie. Healing only comes through admitting the addiction and turning away from it. So how can you escape the horrible outcome of a hurricane slamming down on you if you don't admit that there is one coming your direction? Well, you know what? I believe you're stronger than you know. And porn is far more dark and dangerous than your marriage can withstand if you don't eradicate it. I've told you this before, and I'm going to continue to tell you it. Our marriage is better than it was before. And I wouldn't say that if it's not the truth. But you can trust truth. You can survive this hurricane. If you need help, let me know. Just go over to my website, KirstenDSamuel.com. That's Kirsten, D as in Diane, Samuel, SAMUEL.com. Right on the home page on the top right, there's a free consultation button. I'd love to talk with you and brainstorm some ideas on how you can overcome and give you hope. That's the very best thing I can give you, is that there is hope. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, be an overcomer.